just some of the stuff that Shane's going to be touching on. In a second, we'll switch our screens so that he can get going and show you a little bit about his video that he has. Yeah, again, these demos won't be deep dives. They'll just be really quick to piece together what we've just talked about. Again, this was only an hour today. So, but we wanted to reinforce what we just discussed and talked about on why we need these things and show how they're put together. So, Shane, I'm going to go ahead and stop my share.
Yep. Okay, let me go ahead and share the deck. 1 second. It's like a super close up. Do I really look like that? Oh.
You're fine, man. Fine. You've been running. You're looking good, man. You're looking good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. All right. So yeah. So first thing I want to show is just the just because my phone, the tool that I use doesn't work in the office, and I'd have to go ping them to get it enabled. So I just did a quick video. So what I'm going to be showing here is basically the newer features that they've been there from a passwordless standpoint. If you enable passwordless authentication and mobile sign-in on Microsoft Authenticator, you have number matching and additional context. Now these are enabled as preview features in your actual tenant. So some folks don't know that. So this is kind of a pretty neat, and honestly, I think this really needs to be a requirement. I'm pretty sure Microsoft is going to make this the de facto standard, but this is essentially what it looks like. So on the right, you see my phone. Don't complain about the organization of my phone and all the red dots that are on the phone there. So you go ahead and log in to our demo environment, which we're using Workspace with Azure AD Authentication, logging in as a test user, in this case, test02 to our choice-solutions.dev environment, which is a separate tenant. You'll notice once we go ahead and log in, it's going to go ahead on the phone and prompt me to approve the sign-in. And what you're going to see here is the additional context. It shows me the app that it's coming from. It shows me the location. In this case, the location's a little off, which was mentioned in the tech preview. This might randomly happen. I put in my number match, 41, and I'm logged in and working correctly, signed into the environment. And if I go ahead and click on, I didn't go through and click the desktop because you're going to see us doing single sign-on a few times through this, so it's not a huge win. But the main thing was to look at the single sign-on experience on the phone. And this is what it looks like once we come into the environment here. I did want to mention that enabling that capability is something that's done right through the Azure AD tenant. So I can just can show you, it's right here. I was going to show, I forgot I put that on the slide, so I'll just show you that 1 second here. I'm just going to pull it up and just show you here security. 1 second. Hold on, where's it? Oh, my screen's locking up. 1 second. There we go. So let me just share this, swap the screen so you can see it for 2 seconds. Here we go. So basically, and I'll pop it back to Oz here. So basically, once you're in Azure AD and your tenant, obviously you need to be an admin to be able to do this. But under policies, you can see we enable the FIDO2 tokens. And when you go to enable that method, you can say all users or some. In our case, we did all, same for Authenticator. But under Authenticator, you can come in here and click configure, and this is where you'll see the preview features. So I basically said, number matching, application name, which is kind of nice as well for the user, as well as a geographic location. I think number matching is what's so awesome about that is it prevents against the push spamming. You're so used to seeing the spamming pushes, you get muscle memory, right? Now you'll have to match that number. So we did it to a target group, and that's pretty much it. It's very easy to set up and get going. So I'm pretty sure I'll end up being the default there.